I got some book mail yesterday and it was volumes 1 and 5 of the manga Spy Family. I started it as soon as I could yesterday and I absolutely love it so much. It's so funny, wholesome and just sweet. I didn't read much though because I ended up falling asleep last night and had to finish reading it the next morning. As you can see here, I just finished reading it and I absolutely loved it. I don't have volumes 2, 3 or 4 yet, so I can't carry on with this series until I do. I'd planned to do some reading, but I ended up just watching the new episode of Miss Marvel instead, which was amazing. I did end up reading some more of Black Sun the next day, however, and it's been a bit slow. I hadn't read much during that day, and the next day when I wanted to read, I ended up taking some photos from my Bookstagram account first, which was a bit of a sidetrack. Then I got some music ready and my thermos full of tea, since I always like having some sort of snack with me when I'm reading. But I ended up getting more Black Sun read this time, and it's finally picking up the pace. Hopefully I can get this book finished by the 28th so I can speed through the sequel before the 3rd of July. I did get a little distracted by my phone right before I started reading, and I ended up scrolling through Instagram for about 15 to 20 minutes before I started reading Black Sun. But it meant that I wouldn't get distracted whilst I was reading, because at least that way I got all my notifications out of the way, so I wouldn't have to be thinking about it when reading. I had to show off my Phases of the Moon bookmark from the Title Pieces shop. It's one of my favourites there, and you can actually use my rep code HEAVEN10 to get 10% off your orders. It is currently 1:06 a.m. and I finally finished Black Sun. I am so proud of myself. This means I've actually read 5 books this month, which is the most I've read since probably November, when I read 11 books. I've barely read the past few months. Like, the most I've read in a month before June was about 2, I think. Even then it's a bit I'm like wondering if I should just start Fevered Sun now, or like just pop my bookmark in and then carry on with it tomorrow. But wow, that ending. Yeah, I'm so excited to read this, which is crazy just because during the first half of this book there were chapters I was into, but a lot of the time I was just kind of bored reading certain POV chapters. It was like about 60% when I literally couldn't put this book down. Like, literally, you can see on Goodreads it was like I was reading massive chunks of the book and then I finished it. I hope it's as good as this first book. Actually, I hope it's better. I don't want it to drag on at any point, really. I don't think it should, considering that ending. Like, I feel like it should start off really well, but we'll see. Good morning. It is 1 minute. Oh, Now it's just hit 11. I haven't had breakfast yet, but I'm gonna have brunch. I woke up like half an hour ago properly, and I've decided to start Fevered Star already. I literally like, it was the first thing that I thought about when I woke up, which is a good sign when it comes to reading books for me. Like, I want to still be thinking about a book or like characters after I've finished it. So yeah, we'll see where this goes. And of course I had to show off the Title Pieces bookmark I was using for Fevered Star. This one is inspired by Tricky Magic by L.L. Campbell, and it's just so pretty and shiny. It is now 11:22. I'm about halfway through Fevered Star, and it is so much better than the first book. I'm really enjoying it. I kind of want to carry on reading and see if I can finish like the other half. I'm like exactly 50% through, but I want to see if I can finish it before the first. Right now it is the 30th. This reading vlog was originally just supposed to be for the first book, but since I already picked this up and I'm already like halfway through, I thought why not carry on and see if I can finish this too. If I actually get to finish this book before the first, that will mean I have read 6 books this month, and honestly I would be so proud of myself if I managed to do that. I mean, I'm fine with 5 books in like a half, but yeah, considering I'm going to an event tonight at 6 p.m, I honestly think I could finish this within the next 2 or 3 hours by the time it's like 3 p.m, so we'll see. It is now 2:38 and I've got about 60 pages left of this book. I had to quickly pause and go grab myself some food, but I'm almost done. This is so crazy. I was not expecting to get through this book so quickly, but yeah, almost finished with Fevered Star now. Well, it is 3:32 now and I have finished Fevered Star. I am so proud of myself. It's been so long since I managed to first of all finish a book this big that's like fantasy, but also in like literally basic one day. I read like a quarter of it yesterday and then the rest of it today, so that was a lot. But yeah, this book was amazing. First of all, I gave the first book, Black Sun, about I think 4 stars, just because it had a good start, but it did drag on for a bit until it hit like maybe the 50% mark. That's when it started to get really interesting and I couldn't put it down until 1:15 a.m. This book on the other hand, like literally has been so good non-stop. There was maybe 1 or 2 chapters where I was like, I don't really care, but it was important, so obviously I had to read through it. It's not like I was going to skip any of the chapters, but yeah, as a whole this is definitely a stronger book. There are very few sequels that I actually enjoy more than the first book, and I did have a couple favourite scenes from the first book, I have to say, between 2 certain characters, and yeah, mostly those 2. And although they were separated for most of this book, well, the entirety of this book actually, I still think this was such a great sequel. I can't wait for the 3rd book. Hopefully those 2 characters like get to see each other again, but honestly I'm really scared for the ending of this series, just because a lot of the fantasy books I've read or like just, you know, observed have really kind of bittersweet endings, and I'm kind of sick of that. The morality in this series is a bit weird. It's very morally grey and I love that. So hopefully it sticks with that at the end. It's not like, oh, you did really terrible things so you need to be punished for it. I'd be good with like, you're exiled, like okay, you're still alive, you can still go and have a good life or whatever. But yeah, this book just so great. I'm so glad I decided to take part in the Pride book tour for this book, because I had to read the first book. They sent me a copy just because I didn't have it and I'd never read it before. Look out for my review on July 3rd. That's when I'll be posting it. But you already got a couple thoughts from me now, but just so you know, I enjoyed this a lot. And I can't wait to read my next book on my TBR. This was a really good reading vlog. I think it pushed me to read more than I would have if I was just reading normally. And I really needed that push because I've been feeling like my reading has slowed down a lot over the past year and a half. Like, I can't read that much anymore. Even if I want to, like, I'll buy a book, or like I'll have a book that I really want to read that I've received in the mail, but I just will struggle to pick it up. And honestly, this reading vlog has like pushed me to read more, and I think I might do it more often just so I can get through my TBR. Because although there are loads of books that are coming out this year that I bought, like pre-ordered, and I want to read, I also want to get through my TBR. I want to get through it, a lot of them, by the end of this year. So we'll see if that goes well. But thank you for watching my video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I hope you enjoy what comes next on my channel.